move across to Apple TV Plus for another new drama series arriving on Friday the 11th of October. It's called Disclaimer, and here's a clip.
All these years, you have concealed parts of yourself from the world.
To a beacon of truth. Somebody who inspires me every day.
You keep everyone in the dark to maintain a balance. And you think you have succeeded.
Yeah, this is what I would describe as quite deep. I wouldn't be cooking the dinner at the same time. You sit down and really kind of get involved in this, because there's a little bit of toing and froing, and it centres around this documentary maker, Catherine Ravenscroft, who's played by Cate Blanchett. And it's incredibly dramatic. It's absolutely, obviously, Apple TV Plus production. It feels very rich in content and kind of delivery, really. And Cate Blanchett absolutely lives up to the character that she plays, which is kind of multifaceted, really. Now, as I say, she is this documentary maker. She's at the height of her career. She's accepting awards right, left and centre, and achievements in her field. And she's, it's her moment. But, like with everyone, they're kind of built up onto a pedestal, or they're at the top of their game. And there's, round the corner, there's a fall. And in this instance, that's exactly what happens. Now, it's basically her past catching up with her. So this is the trouble. There's her and her family and what she's doing and, living her best life. And then there's this other family. Now, this then centres around a teacher called Stephen Brigstoke, who is played by Kevin Kline. And he's got fired. He's not in a good time of his life, the polar opposite to her. And he's just in a complete demise, really. And you see him going through he's really low. He starts to go through all his late wife Nancy's belongings. It's 9 years after her death, so he's taken a while to get to that. He's still wrapped up and enveloped in grief. And he finds this handbag of quite erotic photographs of Catherine, the documentary maker, taken by their son, who had died 20 years ago in a drowning accident. Now, he digs deeper. He uncovers this manuscript written by his wife about their son and Catherine's encounter, and then he starts to blame her for his son's death. So he writes this manuscript. He wants revenge. He's just seeking revenge. And he sends it to her of exactly what's happened. Now, she's looking at this and she's thinking, hang on a minute, this sort of looks a little bit like my life. And of course, he's probably put 2 and 2 together and made 5. But she wants to keep him at bay. She doesn't want her life ruined. And this is what you're seeing here, is sort of a cat and mouse situation of her trying to keep him quiet. He wants this to be in the public domain about somebody who is so a celebrity, I suppose, so well known, a well-known name. So there's lots of different kind of layers and levels to this. But as I say, it's a real proper production, and it hooks you. It's quite gripping from the very beginning, I think. And seeing somebody who is a documentary maker kind of, intrinsically linked with the press, I suppose, media, and then having this person sort of suggesting that they might do something to threaten that, and the lengths they might go to stop that from happening, because of their own life being destroyed in the process. That's the bit. It completely hooks you. So I thought it was really good, Ian. What did you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And of course, the title, Disclaimer, so that's what you often have, as people will know, at the beginning of a book or a TV series of a film. It usually says any resemblance to persons living or dead is entirely coincidental, or it might say based on a true story, but things have been changed. So yes, you can see the link there. And also it starts off with, she's receiving an award for her TV work, Cate Blanchett's character, and there's all this stuff about there's a sort of voiceovers that kind of, the gist of it is, don't trust narratives, so it's telling you, it's sort of flagging up to you, be careful whose version of events you believe in this, because you're kind of sort of see it from different characters' perspectives. And then we sort of cut to this young couple who are on holiday in Venice. And I have to say, they're really annoying, but, you know, we were all young once. And so that we think, oh, okay, who are these characters? You know, what's going on here? And yes, as you say, it turns out that it's this teacher's son. It was him on holiday with his girlfriend. So the pictures are from the holiday, but also there are these pictures of Catherine, Kate Blanchett's character. So it's like, what happened? Good to see Kevin Kline. Of course, I suppose people will think of him largely as a comedic actor, and like he was an absolute tour de force in A Fish Called Wanda, wasn't he? He was just larger than life character, really going for it comedically. And in this, he's a sort of depressed teacher. He basically, the first time we meet him, he pretty much sort of, well, he's called in to be disciplined by the head teacher because of something he said to a student, and he just decides to throw the towel in, really. He's depressed. He's in his house. He's sort of wearing his dead wife's pink cardigan, and so really good to see him. And I got to say, they're great. You've also got an interesting supporting cast. You've got Sacha Baron Cohen, aka Borat, and other comedy characters. So he plays Catherine's husband. He's a bit of a dick, really. And then you've got the wonderful Leslie Manville, who is the late wife, Nancy, the teacher's late wife, and we see her in flashback. So, and these flashbacks to what happened in Italy is all very kind of colour saturated and beautiful and sun kissed. So that's nicely done. So, yeah, I found it intriguing. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out.